So here's a quick chat through my makeup from the very beginning. I'm starting with my sun protection, which is La Roche-Posay Anthelios 50 plus. It looks like I'm not putting much on, but that's deceptive. And then I put some moisturiser on. I'm using the Inky List Vitamin B, C and E moisturiser, and I really like it because it soaks up really quickly. Then, it's still a little bit warm here in the UK, so I thought I'd have a little bit of cooling with the fan. No, I'm just showing you all the things that I try and cover up there. I have my bumps on my eyes and everything, so right, so what I'm doing now is I'm putting on some clear mascara or like lash strength lash coating, and this one was the Technic Natural Lashes Conditioning Mascara. And even put some on my brows before I even start, and it just gives it a chance to dry off and everything. Now, next step, I'm using a really low-key foundation. It's almost really a moisturiser with a tint, and it's the number 7 Intelligent Colour foundation, and I've used shade light, but even on me, with my very fair skin, that does give me a little bit of extra tone. Now I decided I would do some very sort of pastel-y colours today, so I got out my magnetic palette and I'm just using bits and pieces from various places. I have very light pinks, lilac-y pinks, and going with that. Lots of washing of my hands. When you use your hands to do your makeup, you've got to try and wash them and keep them clean. So I always have a face cloth and some squirty water so that I can do some wiping. Now on my under eye, I've chosen like a green shimmer that's very similar to the green that I've just added into my hair. I think that it is a Violet Voss one from the Flamingo palette. It's no longer in the Flamingo palette, it's in my magnetic one, but that's where it came from originally. I like Violet Voss shadows. They're usually really nice, so yep. And lots of cleaning off my brushes. Now what I've decided to do as well is to use that darker green, again from the Violet Voss Flamingo palette, and I'm just using it right by the lash line to give a bit of definition, and a little tiny bit outwards at the side. I was just cleaning up my waterline there. Okie doke, lots of wiping because I was sweaty. Now I'm going over the clear mascara now with my usual mascara, which is Maybelline Colossal Smoky Eye, and I find it's really nice. I like the brush. Nearly everybody I've spoken to about favourite mascaras say the brush is a major factor, isn't it? But yeah, I like the brush on that. I always do my lower lashes first, and then that way I don't get as much mess. I'm not too worried about mess though, because I'm going to show you a little trick in a minute for taking off the mascara once it's gone on. Certainly it works with this particular mascara, although I've used other mascaras where it hasn't come off as easily with the brush off technique that I'm using there. Thanks again to Donna Delia for that tip. I use it so often. Right, let's get them brows done. I always start off by filling. I've got these little gaps, 2 little gaps on that eyebrow. The other side is just generally thin, but 2 little gaps on the other one. And then I fill in generally by brushing the pencil over my brow hairs. And then this eyebrow pencil's got a really skinny bit at the end there. It's by, let me look, Music Flower eyebrow pencil. Yep. Then I think I've just been over it with a little bit more of the clear mascara. All right. Now I'm going to do my under eye, and this is a bit new discovery for me. I've started using this very light cushion that was from Amazon. It says Chafful moisture cushion, and I got the light colour, and I found that it's one of those ones that often get touted as a you know, goes to your tone or whatever, and really it's just oxidizing. You put it on and it looks super light, and then it changes afterwards and it just lightens up that under eye for me. Now I've got my trusty Collar Star bronzer and some highlighter there. Yes, I speeded this up, by the way, 6 times. That's why it's going so fast. Now I'm using a matte white just underneath where my brows are, just to give them a little bit more definition. It works really well for me. Makes my brows stand out, and gives me a bit of highlight that's not shimmer up at the top of my brows. And I also just added a little bit more of the pink that I put on earlier because it seemed to have disappeared. Now I'm doing my lips with an Inglot. It's shade 17 and it's a baby pink, but it's quite concentrated, so I have to like rub it out a little bit. And then I'm just going over that with a pink eyeliner pencil. Well, eye and lip liner pencil. I'm using that as liner. And then, my favourite, I'm going to use this Dior. It is called Lip Glow Colour Reviver Balm, and I often use it if I don't particularly like the texture of a lip that I've used. So we're getting quite near the end now. I think I'm more or less done putting a little bit of stuff on my hair. That's Tiggy Bed Head Manipulator that I'm using there, folks. It's really good because you can mess around, and I'm definitely a hair messer. I fiddle with it all the time. Right, I think I'm more or less done. Yes. So here's some stills that I did afterwards, and yeah, what I'm noticing when I'm looking at the stills is I probably, if I'd gone for my normal look, I probably would have put something a little bit darker just where my hoods are, just in my eye socket. But for today, I wanted to give quite a pastel look and a sunny look, because I've caught the sun a little bit, so I wanted it to be quite a little bit lighter than my usual looks, and I didn't want to go in with lots of dark stuff. So yeah, I think it looks really good, and thanks for watching and listening, and I'll catch you next time, Puds. It's always good to do these little makeup chat throughs, isn't it? Right, see ya.